Can I hit that again? Can I play that one more time?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it again. No, I won't do it again. Maybe later. But hey, everybody, how's it going? We're back. It's me and Nick.
And me.
Yes. And stupid screen over here. I thought I'd turn down the volume.
John,
hey, how about that? There's a Power A ad before our podcast.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
That's
pretty
funny.
cool. That's cool.
So, how you been? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Total Recall, I know.
Yeah.
Unless you were doing something else, but
yeah, that's what I was doing. Total Recall. Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to get sidetracked there. One of my favorite movies of all time. I've just been busy, great. Just ups and downs and all arounds. You know, how have you been?
Getting older and having.
That's right.
Root canals. Just one root canal, but. Yeah, so I turned 40 last week, and we didn't do a podcast the day after.
Yeah.
Yep, but thank you so much. Yes, appreciate that. Yeah, had a major party, huge party, huge. We interrupted Digimon apparently. You're welcome, Cody.
First time I see Nick in a gray shirt on the live stream. I usually rock my white tees.
Yeah,
I have a whole drawer full of them. Because, you know, working from home, you don't really have to go out. So I have basically sweatpants and white tees. I have black tees too, but, you know, I decided, you know what, I'm going to mix it up a little bit tonight.
Is that one of those, like, what do you call it?
Like breathy, soft material. It's very nice.
Whoops, like, I keep hitting this stupid stop. Okay. I need to get a new desk. I keep hitting it. But yeah, I'm always wearing theme t-shirts. I always got something on.
I have so many of them. So many of them, they're in a box. But hey, question for you.
Answer for you.
What game are you playing this week?
What games did I buy or what games am I playing?
Oh, boy. What games are you playing?
I'm only playing one.
And that is?
Exo Primal.
Still Exo, huh?
Because the Season 2 came out. Survival Pass Season 2. Yeah, and I've been grinding on that since it had double XP over my birthday. So whenever I wasn't out doing something, I was at home just playing Exo Primal. So yeah.
Rara on my side of the chat says happy belated birthday to you, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. But
I've been playing Mario Wonder.
I picked it up. I haven't played it.
Freaking great.
So I've heard. I'm just
the
dinosaurs.
It is that good. It is.
I'm hearing that it's like perfect 10 good.
Yeah. For a side scroller Mario game, side scroller Mario's.
I heard it's the best one since Mario World.
Super Mario World for SNES.
Yeah,
dude. I don't know. It's Super Mario World for SNES is an iconic classic, one of the best Mario games ever made. And I was joking around with my buddies. What if they gave Super Mario World the Mario Wonder treatment, revamped graphics and everything? It might lose its charm and might not be the same.
Agreed. Because I don't think it would play the same without the sprites.
Exactly. Part of the charm of the game is the sprites.
Right.
And that, yeah.
Anything else you've been playing?
Apex Legends, man.
I thought you'd actually go back to.
I've been all last week. All last week I've been playing Apex Legends. It's a rough one, and I wanted to start restreaming my Call of Duty dailies on TikTok in the mornings. I haven't gone around to do it.
Do you plan on picking up the new one?
It looks so much better than the current one, and I don't want to give them my money, but we'll see. We'll see. The whole thing that I dislike greatly with the franchise, and we all know this. Let's take away what you originally wanted in the game, and then let's resell it back to you the next year. It's complete BS, man. That's Call of Duty. That's the franchise in a nutshell.
I was thinking about it. I pre-ordered it just because I had extra money because I canceled Spider-Man at GameStop and then moved it to RoboCop because I picked up Spider-Man early and I never played it. I'm actually not going to play Spider-Man now. But I had $10 left over and I just put it on that because I couldn't think of anything else. But I probably won't pick it up because I'm going to be playing RoboCop. And it's all RoboCop and Exoprimal. I'm going to try to get some Mario Wonder in there. So, yeah. But this is funny. Cody says, before you continue, I want to say thank you for not covering Switch 2 every single day like Spawnwife. I had to unsubscribe from him because of it, and it's clear he hates Pokemon. So that helped too. Wow. But what do you call it was doing that? RGT85 was doing it quite a bit, and I didn't unsub. I don't unsub to any of them because I watch them. It's just I don't watch it as much. And another thing is when you watch a lot of YouTubers that cover the same exact thing you do, it's kind of, I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't watch him as much because I'm covering the same stuff. And so I like to go into thing.
You see what Dave's been doing? He's been watching you at night.
Oh, I've been streaming Nick's videos when I go to bed. I hope his watch. They actually are.
That's great.
They legit are, dude. They did go up a bit, and I'm not lying.
Because I didn't put out a video from the day after my birthday until, Tuesday? Mine are really low. Mine have dropped by like 50%.
Well, my thing, sorry, I'm like, I got to adjust my lights here. My thing is I need to get on, we talked about this, my better posting schedule. And I have to tell myself either listen, if you're not posting content, I should be streaming. And if I'm not streaming, I should be posting. So that's kind of like been my new mindset for the YouTube channel, So that just so that there's content continually going, and I need to be posting more of my shorts. But I'm trying.
I need to make more shorts now that my what do you call it ran out, my Opus clip, and I don't want to pay for it. And I've been too busy to make shorts lately. I got to build a template like you do. I'm like, okay. And when you sent me that one today about the pizza, and I was like,
yeah,
that was great.
It's funny.
But yeah, I need to build a template like you suggested. I've been so busy. I've been trying to make some random shorts, but I've just been like, I
have a lot.
I've literally taken a break.
Sometimes you just got to take a break, man. And
mine was because I my birthday, and then my friends were in from out of town, and we were hanging out and partying, and it was great. Yeah, so I was like,
yeah, and I beat myself up by it because like I'll post quite a bit for like a week or two, and then I just crash, and then I stall, and then it's what it is. I'm really hard on myself, and like I have a whole bunch of shorts to post, but the content is just kind of very mid. And maybe that's what I should. Maybe I should just post it anyways, right?
Post it. That's what I've learned, because when I was using the whole Opus clip thing to make things from here, I still might pay for it. It's not that expensive, and it takes a lot of work time away, so I don't have to do that stuff. I just post it as long as it made sense and it was coherent. That's it.
Yeah,
I have to. Sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. Wait, what is this?
It was from a TikTok filter, bro. It's funny. It's funny. That was a one taker.
I haven't really been on social media.
Well, I posted it on here as a short, dude. It was hilarious. My alien survival
kit.
They
haven't recommended any of your stuff to me.
I don't know why, dude.
I normally watch your stuff as soon as it goes up and I see it on my personal account and then on Red Bandana Gaming. They don't show me any of it. I have to look for your stuff. This last week, I had to look for the stuff you put.
I wonder if my handle is like flagged. Click to enlarge. As if click to enlarge is like potentially a bad term.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
That doesn't make sense unless someone's trying to say it's penisy or something. That's
what I think. Just in general, a lot of people just in general assume it has to do with something like that, which obviously it doesn't. But I could understand why. There's a robot survival kit version. I wonder if there is. I'll take a look at some more filters on the Tickety Talks.
Yeah, I don't use China spy programs. Sorry.
Yeah, Only the American kind.
Oh, of course. By what's his name?
Because they're all doing it. Meta.
The lizard king. What's his name? Of Facebook and Threads. What's his name? Oh God, what's his name?
Mark Zuckerberg.
Zuckerberg, yeah, Lizard King.
I did not know this. I did not know he was the Lizard King. I will look into this.
Well, people calling him a lizard man, and he's so rich, so might as well call him Lizard King.
I will say that new Oculus looks great.
I just called him that, so I just came up with it right now. So there we go. It looks weird. I saw it in the store with the 3 sensors. It's kind of like, it looks like you have eyes with that thing on, like you could see through it, and technically you can.
It's the same. Like that. Yeah, the same thing with the Apple's Vision Pro or whatever. But here's the thing: like, I can't. You could connect that Oculus to I can connect it right to my computer, and I could play games from the power of my PC.
Yes, so, Vengeance will be taking over. That is true.
But anyways,
or yeah, okay, or Skynet. Yeah, we're in the middle of Skynet.
Oh, we're absolutely in the middle of it.
Yeah. So without all the drama that's been going on in the world, how about we just talk about video game drama?
Let's talk about it.
So we talked about the games that we're playing, right? That's what we normally do. We did our, hey, how you doing? So now we have to get into that nitty gritty nonsense. And I did a video. How about that PS5 Slim? The disk drive is pure DRM.
That's something else, dude. Do you have an article up?
Yep. So I have a couple. I have the one from IGN and the one from Push Square. They both have different X posts in them. So I'm going to pull each of them up. Let's do the IGN first. Anybody realize is it Ein or IGN?
I just think it's interesting, like they're doubling down on this data rights stuff because they can't they just can't like have enough security on the disk that, DRM, obviously data rights management, if people don't know what DRM means, it's to protect games. And so if you're like, for me on PC, all my games are digital. So there's DRM to protect you or block you in a way that you cannot play the game unless you actually purchased it. It's a protection. So go ahead if you want to.
Let me go over it. So, well, the article it's IGN fluff. So the big thing is we've had people here that have noticed on the back of the box it says, I don't think it never does that, but it says requires an update upon setup. So these have been found in the wild, the actual boxes. I'm assuming these are taken from employees of stores like, say, GameStop or Best Buy or something. But here it's from this dude. It says additional images of the Modern Warfare 3 PS5 Slim bundle. Back says 150 gigabyte minimum. Also says 90 gig plus download required to play. So it's technically going to be less than your standard PlayStation 5 at 850. So it comes out November 10th. Okay. And then dude follows up. Wait, are you actually trying to say to me that the PlayStation 5 optical disc drive has online DRM? I mean, what? Yeah, I pretty much said the same thing. So let me pull up. As you can see, blah, blah, blah. These are all the images
Beautiful
we covered
kickstand.
before. Yeah, that kickstand is epic.
Could have just...
Yeah.
Kevin Gimme Channel, how's it going, man? Thank you for stopping by. He's doubling up.
So let's go to... Where is the IGN? Let me close that one. Sorry, I've got a million tabs up here.
Is this just a double down for safety? And is this Activision Blizzard doing this with their games?
The reason I'm going to say no is because what this is they don't want people using a random Blu-ray drive instead of buying the Sony ones. So it needs to verify it's the official Sony one with the update. Oh, man, so that's what it's for. I knew
Sony was going to button hook us with this disc drive. Yeah, their proprietary
it's in
stuff.
This article. It's in this article.
Oh,
this one from
Push
Square.
Of course.
Yeah. So basically, what it's also going to do, God forbid you get one of these in the future that doesn't have the update, or you get a digital one in the future that doesn't have the disk drive, and then you add the disk drive, but PlayStation 5's offline, you'll never be able to play disc-based games again. So you know what your best bet is? Just buy the OG fat. Because if that's the case, it's technically the same parts as this one, the Slim with the disk drive. So I guarantee you the Slim with the disk drive is going to do the same thing. It's going to be detachable. You'll just open it up and you'll see it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to do that update no matter what. So if you think about it, the best bet is to just buy the OG fat.
Cody has an opinion
of Power Rangers on Pluto TV. Okay, which one?
The latest one he has.
Okay, I can see verifying the drive honestly, at least currently. Right, that's fine because it'll make sure it works and there's no problems, but in the future you can only have a digital PS5. And if the PlayStation 5 goes, think about the PS3. They're now trying to take everything offline, right? But what about people who only can get the PS5 Slim? But who knows? Things can change with the PS5 Pro. It might just have a disk drive built in, not modular. It's just built in one solid chunk like a Series X.
Now, is this a one-time pairing situation?
We don't know yet. We don't know.
Okay. Now, let me play in defense for Sony here on why they're doing this, because quality control.
Understandable.
They have this device that they made. They know that it will function perfectly and that the gamer's experience will be the best. Hence why they're making this.
Right.
If it's a one-time verification, fine. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But if it's an ongoing thing that's constantly being checked, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Because I don't like even having, as far as PC is concerned, Steam will be like, hey, do you want to send us your computer stats as you're playing games? No.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. For optimization.
Yeah. To be honest, I have not even installed Steam on my new PC.
But I mean, you kind of get where it's like, I just want to play games. I don't need you feeding information back to HQ, right, while I'm playing my games. I just... that's the beauty, and I don't want to get too sidetracked here. That's the beauty of games like Super Nintendo, old school PlayStation 2. You just played games. Now they're getting all this data off of us, whether we like it or know it or not. That's the end user agreement. And I don't know. It kind of loses its magic.
See, that even makes me think the same thing with Nintendo, even though the Switch is cartridge based. Think about... recently, Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. By the way, it's actually just the PS3 HD collection, just ported to modern consoles. Just so you know.
I figured that's what it was going to be, and I heard the Switch version is diarrhea kakapoo.
There's nothing on the disc besides the bonus content. So I was going to get it a couple days early. I was actually going to get it about 5 days early, but I got so busy, couldn't make my way over there, whatever. So I ended up picking up 1 day early, and then I found out, I was like, wait, I can't even play it today because the Switch version would not let you even allow you to download anything until the game officially came out. So I went, okay, let me just get the Xbox version, and everything on the PS5 and Xbox version are on the disc, and it just installs that way. No updates needed. So
do we know... So is
Sup, Graham? How you doing, Graham? Good to see you.
Am I going crazy here, or there's a Switch version, and I heard it's terrible, and
it just runs at 30 frames. It doesn't. It plays like all the versions play exactly the way they did on the PS3.
All of them,
exactly.
Even on
Okay.
Well, because I just want to get. The idea of owning a physical version of these games, sounds great. But if it's going to play better on my Steam Deck, which I rarely even play,
well, I'm still thinking about getting that Asus thing.
Rogue.
The Asus ROG something or other, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because I started playing, I tried to play some Game Pass games on my phone. Certain ones play well, certain ones don't. I've been trying to play Exo Primal while my wife and I were in bed. We're just watching some show. I don't know what she was watching. And I was just playing Exo Primal. There are points in time where the connection will drop, and then you'll see the screen just completely refresh to like 4 or 5 frames down. And I'm like, ooh.
Is it like splitting? Does it do like that splitting
It's like a
thing?
screen wipe.
It's like a complete wipe, huh?
Yes. And sometimes I'll be no different than I was 10 minutes ago, and it was running perfect. But now all of a sudden, who knows why, and it just goes screen wipe, and I'm like, what? And then I'll chug along, and then it'll work fine, and then screen wipe, and I'm like, oh, okay. So that's why I was thinking about getting that the Asus ROG, just so I can play these Xbox Game Pass games and download them and actually play them without having to worry about cloud.
So it's still not perfect.
Yeah, and I definitely agree. I think the Switch 2 will have physical. I think it's going to be backwards compatible. I really think so. I just think it really doesn't make sense for it not to. And all the rumors I'm hearing saying there's going to be 2 models, one digital, one physical, and it's going to have Switch backwards compatibility. But some are rumored that it's only digital backwards compatibility, and others are saying physical backwards compatibility. But
so then what would we do? Would we scan our physicals?
No, you have to rebuy it. Why would Nintendo not want you to buy Mario Kart 8 Complete, Deluxe Complete again?
Again for a third time, dude. That game's
Why would they not want you to play Tears of the Kingdom HD Ultra or
HD
whatever.
Ultra running at 60 FPS, which it should have had,
and you buy it again?
Listen, this wouldn't
Nintendo's
surprise me,
notorious for
man.
that.
I'm trying to give Nintendo credit here. This is where I'll slam Nintendo. Like, yeah, you make great games, but you squeeze us.
Yes.
That not everyone has a gigabyte. Internet service
used
provider.
to, but in my area, no longer. So, yeah, and that's another thing. The cloud save hopefully will follow on the Switch like it does with Xbox. PlayStation's a bit of a pain because you have to have PlayStation Plus to access your cloud saves. Xbox you don't, and Nintendo you don't. But, yeah. Oh, that would suck. That's another thing. If you lose power, that happened to me the other night. My internet went out, and we're just sitting there like, oh, what do we do? We have power, but we're like, oh, everything we do is online. So last night it was it went under maintenance. So we're just like, all right, sure, we'll just go to sleep early, and we did. That was it.
Nice. I was up till 2 playing Mario.
See, I was going to play it last night, but I'm like, do I really want to start a new game right now?
You should. It's that good, dude.
And I was like, Exo Primal. I have an addiction to these dinosaurs.
Give the dinosaurs a break, bro. Give Mario some love.
I can't. They're dinos. They're dinosaurs, and they're attacking me. They need to be destroyed, but in a good way. Does that make sense? No.
For humanity.
So what is John saying over here? So if this is true, the PS1, PS2, which is 23 years, oh God, yeah, it is, old, and the PS3 will go up in value. Probably not. Just because, well, PS1 games are starting to go up in price, but it depends on the PS1 games. PS2 games are still in that weird limbo area. PS3 games are just junk except for a handful of games, just like the 360 era. For some reason, those games do not go up in value. There's a handful of games, but that's about it.
Can I plug a game? Speaking of game prices, I have Oracle of Ages or seasons.
Yeah, I saw it. And you were like, "That's $40." I was like, "Dude,
loose, it's like 60."
Yes. That's what I was like, yo, you're like, it's like 30, 40. I'm like, no, it's not.
I found the box. Yeah.
I found
the box at my mom's. Minty to the mint to the mint. 10 of 10.
You know the only reason I saw that? Because you posted it on Instagram as well.
Yeah. So
that's the only reason I saw that one.
I looked it up.
Did you post it on YouTube?
Oh, no, I should.
Okay.
I looked it up. Dude, that game's like
$160.
Yeah, 160. It said in our Game Eye or whatever that we use.
It's like 150, 160. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Because I saw him complete in box a little while ago when it was around 150, 160.
Yeah, John, I think commented on I forgot where it was off of. If I do an unboxing, I'm going to do a couple unboxings. It's a Nintendo game.
You should do a reboxing, if that makes any sense.
Just have it all exposed and then put it all back in?
Why not? Go backwards. But no, you need that unboxing. Do a retro unboxing.
Dude, I have
you need the keywords.
I have games here that are like the Resident Evil long box. Did I send you that
in your cave
when I bought it?
Wait, what? When did you buy Resident Evil long box?
Oh, I went to the retro gaming place in Wisconsin out here. I don't live in Wisconsin.
You sent me the pictures, but you didn't tell me you bought it.
Yeah, dude, I had to get it. I look at it, makes me happy every time. Dude, I was going to go through the manual and read all the character bios in it and everything. Dude, it has all these characters. A handful I didn't even know about. And they have like these, it's so funny to read these biography descriptions, because they're like, it sounds like something a 14-year-old kid would write.
Because they were written in Japanese and translated to English very poorly.
There you go. Anyways, we can get back to that. I'm sorry, we're sidetracking, guys.
We do that quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But with that being said, I don't know how well people are pretty pissed. People are pretty pissed in general. I don't know how well the sales are going to be, but it's PlayStation. People are just going to buy it because that's what it is. And Sony did release a statement saying they're going to be fully stocked throughout the holidays. So it's really nothing to worry about.
It'll be interesting to see.
To be honest, I know people, even my wife is like, "Oh, you're going to get it, of course." And I was like, I don't even know. And
then you're going to sell me one of your Fat Boys for like $200.
I already sold one. I already sold the Japanese one.
We talked about this already. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold it.
We talked about this off stream.
Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't using it, and then the fact that this came out, I was like, let me sell it while it still has, more value. And I just don't know. And since I'm not using PlayStation Plus anymore, I'm sorry, I'm not paying that much. I'm paying way too much for online services for 3 consoles. Something had to give. And my wife plays majority of her physical games on PlayStation and Switch. I did get her that Series S, and she's addicted to Game Pass right now. And the reason she's addicted to her Xbox is achievements. I got her into achievements.
Oh, yeah. Trophies achievements are the best when they pop up.
Number value.
And you get that dopamine. The dopamine hits you in the head. It's like, and it does this little animation.
She's been addicted to these cat finding games, where it's I guess an illustration. You find these hidden cats, and she's had like 4 or 5 of them. And then once you get them all, you get an easy 1,000 points in a couple hours.
People are
it's just.
Dude, they're achievement number hunters. They'll buy games they don't want to play just to get achievements. Yeah, it's a real thing.
I did download a game. I forgot what it was called, but it was you built little towns on the water. I forgot what it was. But once I realized, you could get 1,000 points like
Dwarf Romantic? Was it an independent game? No.
It was on it's a one-word game. I forget what it's called.
Dwarf Romantic? I don't think it's it.
Townscape. Townscaper. And you literally build towns on the water, but that's it. There's nothing to it. You can't even save your town. When you start over, you start over. So it's actually very easy to find these games on Game Pass, or even these $3-4 games, and they're fun for a few hours, and then you get your 1,000 points. My wife's got almost 4,000 points in 1 month.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know if people realize how, like, it could take people a couple years to acquire that.
Oh, Cody's going to sleep already? It's good.
Good night, robot overlords. Cody, man, we appreciate you.
Is he talking to us, or is he talking to Xbox and Sony?
Probably, yes, them. I would say them for sure.
So, but they're very addictive, and that's another thing. When I decided to start playing a few more games on the PlayStation 5, the trophies just don't feel the same. It's like, bingo, it's a bronze. Oh, what kind of value does it have? A color value?
A color,
and then
color
the
value.
silver, and then the gold. I'm like,
I totally agree with you. It's like,
it
oh,
gives you a level, but I don't feel anything. When I see the numbers go up, there's just something about that number. And it's like, back in the day, I was really bad in the 360 era. Xbox One, I toned down. Nowadays, hey, I get them. If I don't, I don't. But
yeah,
I'm not playing
same.
a game specifically for it.
I
Otherwise,
agree.
I wouldn't be playing Exo Primal. I got all the achievements that I'm going to go after, and now it's just enjoyment. So, and look at Nintendo. Nintendo doesn't have them, and we still play.
Oh man, dude, I would love something from Nintendo. You know who? Sparks of Hope, the strategy game, the Mario strategy game.
Mario versus Rabbids.
Yeah, Mario Rabbids, which is great. I'm almost done with it. I need to finish
I
it. But
still haven't bought it. It's been on sale. I don't know how many times.
Oh, dude, you can get it for like $30 now. I think.
Yeah,
I paid full price because I
think I saw it at like
$20
at a Walmart or something.
It's worth it. They got a couple sets of DLC out, which I'm not going to buy, but that's a topic for another conversation. However, you can link up your Ubisoft. You can link up your Ubisoft account, and a handful of times, like an achievement came up via Ubisoft. It was which I found pretty interesting. So
that's another thing too.
It gave a sense of achievements.
If you have the Ubisoft and the Xbox, you'll get achievements on both, and they both communicate. And you'll see your Ubisoft Plus or whatever player.
Yeah, whatever it is.
And then you see them all there from all the games
Origin
you played
or
across
Ubi?
the three.
I don't remember.
Origin was the EA thing that they did away with.
Okay, they got rid of that. Okay.
Yeah, that's one thing. Hey, I'm still downloading Halo Season 5. I started earlier. It did like, I don't know, like, I want to say it was like 90 gig update or something stupid. And then I went, all right, let's play. Oh, it needs an update. Another 60 gigs. I'm like, all right, I don't need any space on my hard drive. So it's ridiculous.
I haven't opened my copy of Sparks of Hope. Yeah, here's the thing.
I have a lot of games that aren't opened.
What was great and charming about the first one was you would go through Mario worlds. They were worlds within the Mario world.
Yeah.
In this new one, it's like, in essence, you're leaving Mario and going to Disney worlds. It's not the same, dude. The worlds do not have charm or the aesthetic of being in a Mario realmed game. And that kind of loses a lot of points for me.
Wait, what is that? It took 7 hours to download what? The Halo Season 5? It's still downloading. Like, it's literally still downloading. I started downloading like an hour and a half before the podcast. It's still downloading. And I don't have the fastest one. Now, that's one thing. It's not called Alan Wake 2. By the way, you shouldn't call it Alan Wake 2. You should call it, I think her name's Saga, starring or featuring Alan Wake.
Oh, no.
Or guest starring Alan Wake. Did you see the latest trailer that they put on the Xbox Partner Showcase? It's all her narrating it, just her going through everything.
They love Alan Wake
said you
games.
can play as both, but everything is focused on her. So I'm like, oh, just call it Saga.
Alan Woke too.
Just, you know what's funny? I made that joke too while I was watching it. And the thing is, it's like, she's a female FBI agent. Where did she come from? What does she have to do with Alan Wake? Mm-hmm. Why did they automatically throw that in there? Whatever. Maybe we'll find out. But why are they focusing on her? They should call it something else, guest starring Alan Wake. Because it's not Alan Wake.
I'm not against
everything they've showed us.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. That I loved about the Alan Wake game is you're up in what was like Alaska. You're by yourself. You're on your lonesome. You're kind of going nuts here.
No, I think it was Maine. Because
was it Maine?
Yeah, because I recently played it again. And think about it like what's his name?
Secret Window Johnny
Stephen
Depp?
King. He's supposed to be like the non-creeper Stephen King. Because we all know Stephen King's a creeper.
The reclusiveness of the character and the environment and everything just made the game so great. He completely changed his appearance. Oh, changed her appearance?
Wait, they did? From the original trailer? To be honest, I don't remember. All I know is I watched the trailer. I was like, okay, you know what? If they didn't call it Alan Wake 2...
I'll be right back.
Okay. here, let me. Whoop. If they didn't call it Alan Wake 2, I would be completely fine. The fact that it's based on, they said it's based on the two characters you can swap in between, but every trailer has shown just her. So why is it Alan Wake 2? Yep. Yeah, Bounding into Comics did an article. They also did one on Spider-Man, which we'll get into, and it's one of the big reasons why I'm not going to be playing Spider-Man, even though I bought it. And it's just not something I'm into. Bright Falls, Washington. Yes, I thought it was Maine. It's just because because all of Stephen King's stuff is based in New England, and I thought they kind of did an homage to that. That's what I thought it was. But thank you, Dave, for that. But games, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm going to look more into it and see what it says. I'm actually going to read Game Informer's review on it. They gave it I think it was a 7.25 or 7.75, something like that. And they said it's good, but yeah, that's all they posted in their IGN, in the Instagram post. So I'm going to read it before I drop the money into it. Hey, you back?
Sorry about
Everything
that.
all right?
Unexpected guest, and that's all. Everything's okay. That's
Oh, all. One of those things?
Not one of those. My dad stopped by.
Oh, not one of those.
Not one of those. I got a story for you after the stream.
Oh.
But anyways.
Stream over. No.
No. Sorry about that, guys. Dead Space is finally on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Dead Space is it's so good.
I got Callisto Protocol yesterday for $20.
I heard my brother-in-law played that game a lot. I think he beat it like 5 or 6 times. They added he's a completionist, so he plays it on Xbox. He said that they added so much
that's what I got it on.
Extra good stuff. And
I heard it's really good, but it wasn't. Yeah, the initial launch was excuse me, was rough.
Oh man.
Ooh.
You need a bucket there?
I felt
that in my throat.
The Dr. Pepper came up.
Oh man.
And
I like Dr. Pepper.
But I only do Dr. Pepper, zero sugar.
You know what we should do when I come out there? We should do that old school soda challenge. We should buy a whole bunch of sodas and
mix them.
No.
Oh.
You put them in like in a row, and we got to figure out which one's which. We do a whole bunch of like Pepsi.
Oh, the Pepsi challenge.
The Pepsi challenge, the Coke challenge. Like we should do a bunch of those. That would be fun.
Well, I'm telling you one thing now. You're not going to be happy when you do decide to come out here. I'm going sober.
Oh man, for the rest of your life?
I'm going to go for a while. It's just in my 30s I drank too much, so I decided to start out my 40s and clean up.
Take a break.
I'm not a drunk or anything like that. I drink socially, but you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm just going to cut it out, maybe a year or two. I don't know. Maybe at least a year. At least a year, just to clean up a bit, lose some weight, because this last week I said screw the gym, screw the diet, and I'm sure I gained everything back. But starting Monday, I'm hitting the gym again. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing. Nice, Grem. Yeah, so like I drink socially, and I drank at my birthday, but I didn't drink enough to get drunk. There was no hangover. Now, one thing is I drank quite a few different things, and my neighbor's awesome. He brought all these interesting beers, and everybody tried a little bit. But between all that and the food and the different shots, it didn't give me a headache or a hangover, but it gave me the nasty poops.
Oh yeah.
So it was ooh. So
that'll clear it out.
Yeah. And my wife hasn't been drinking for the last 2 years. So I'm like, hey, I'm just going to join it. And what's it doing? You know what, Dave? I'm a whiskey guy. And my buddy, Lich, you used to be on the channel. He got me the Top Shelf Powers Irish whiskey. When I mean top shelf, there's nothing higher than it. It makes, and we all tried a half a shot at the party, and it was just fantastic. It's going to be so hard to give it up, but I want to get healthy again. So I'm just all my teeth are fixed. I want to get back into shape. Night, John. Thank you for stopping
John,
in like always.
good night, man.
Appreciate that. So I'm just trying to get right again. So physically. So
I hear you. I
that's
pumped
what
out
I'm doing.
a quick half-hour workout before the podcast, so
That's not called a workout.
I powered through it, dude.
Is that what you're calling it now?
I did three sets of
I'm
of
sure
bicep
you
stuff.
did at the meat packing plant.
I'll be there tomorrow and Sunday. Be packing that meats.
Is that what you were doing the
That's
whole
what I'm
time
going to be for
before the-
Halloween. I'm going to be a sausage boy.
But you're always a sausage boy.
Always, but this time I have the uniform.
Yeah, I'm actually going to everything in moderation.
It's true.
Especially the meats. I had to give it up completely. I don't judge others, but it became a bad thing for me. Yes, there was a point where it kind of we're going to go into a little dark place and then come right out. My grandfather passed away at the end of 2014, and I got into a really bad spiral. And I was drinking quite a bit for that next year and some change. And my wife, if God bless her, if it wasn't for her, who knows where I'd end up, but she helped me get out of that. Cut back the drinking, cut back until it's just social. I don't get drunk anymore, but now I'm going, again, I hit 40. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to clean up for my health and everything like that. Everything else in my life is going great. So let's get the health back on track.
I think that's important, man.
Yeah. So yeah, but there's all kinds of, and I'm drinking more water. And
That's
G
all I
Fuel.
drink, dude. That's
G
like
Fuel.
all I drink throughout the day is just water.
Well, the only reason I'm still drinking soda is we have plenty of leftover from the party. So between Coke Zero and Dr. Pepper,
Get
after I
yourself
finish it,
a probiotic in there, bro, because that fake sugar stuff is destroying your gut. Just so you know. It's still delicious, though. I know sodas are good.
my wife says I talk too much about my wife.
Ha! But hey, we could. What about we haven't covered the Xbox ActiBlizz merger.
This is what I plan on it. All the money that I would spend on having a beer would go to having a video game. Now my game collection by the end of next year will double. I think I'm at. I didn't count. My wife has a stack of games, of Switch games in the bedroom like this. Probably about maybe 12 games, and I didn't count those. So I think we're in the 720s.
Jeez. If you ever have a
Yeah.
garage sale, I'm coming to your place.
Well, I'll sell the garage before I sell my games. So, with that being said, what do you think about the whole ActiBlizz nonsense?
So I had to bring up something. I don't know if it's the most recent article. The last update that I recall was that they're going to be adding more games to the Xbox Game Pass, right? And they're trying to figure out the situation with all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but it's finalized. So now Microsoft owns everything and its mother. Ooh, excuse me. So they've decided to restructure their hierarchy as well. And Mr. Booty's gone up, Mike Booty. So that's what everybody's been talking about. The new hierarchy at Xbox. And then there's also when the Activision games are coming to Xbox. So if I look that way, I can look at what he's seeing. No, now I can't see what he's seeing. I just see Ninja Turtle figures on my wall. Not sure what he's looking at over there. And he's got green lights. Look at that. See, I want to look at it too. What are we looking at? What are we looking at over there? April figure on the wall. I just found that. I got new April. Had that when I was a kid. Did a
Sorry
review
about
on a
that.
new controller. You guys
Is
should
that
go
the
watch
one
that
I saw
video.
Is that the one I saw the other day?
Did you watch this one? The 20% smaller, the Surge Livewire Microwatt.
I think
I keep wanting to call it Microtwatt, but it's not. It's Microwatt. It's a really good controller. It just doesn't have
the colors.
It doesn't have the rumble in the triggers, but it's a dang good controller, and it comes with a month of Game Pass.
You know what I can't?
I was shocked.
There's something going on with my controllers with Bluetooth. They do not communicate very well on my PC. They continually disconnect. I can't use them.
Maybe you need a new PC.
Nah. And then this controller has mad drift on the joypads. And I don't know if I want to make a video fixing these little joypads.
Have you looked into replacing it with the Hall Effect ones? You can get them on eBay or Amazon. Yeah.
Yeah, the magnetic ones, right? That's the Hall Effect? Or Hall Effect? I don't know. I do apologize. I had to.
Judith Hogue did a live stream on her channel the other day and opened up about her being fired as April O'Neil.
Oh, wow.
Wait, I heard that she was doing one. I didn't know she got fired. I thought she quit.
I just thought she didn't want to.
I thought it wasn't enough money. Wow. I need to go back and watch that.
I was so confused as a kid. As like, why does April O'Neil look different than from the first movie?
Me too. And then in the third movie, why do the turtles look so weird?
Yeah, and then I was like, why does this movie suck? I don't get it.
It didn't suck.
Bro, I tried. Me and
in
Ninja
retrospect, it is the third best movie.
My buddy and I tried watching it. I think we watched maybe 15 minutes.
It's better than Mutant Mayhem.
When they went, I don't know way.
Yes,
I will disagree with that one. I'll disagree with that one, and I didn't like Mutant
Mayhem's crap.
Anyways,
brought back Casey Jones. It was great.
Yeah, but it really wasn't Casey Jones. That's what was stupid about it.
True.
Scuff is coming out with a PC controller. Interesting.
They have the Xbox one over at Best Buy. I just don't want to drop $200 on it.
They look really nice. I looked one up on stream last week. Some of these controllers that these third-party companies are coming out with are freaking insane. These beautiful LED displays on them and everything. I'm like, what?
I'm actually pulling back on buying the more expensive ones because what I've noticed, the more expensive controllers, the videos don't do as well unless they're the PlayStation ones. I guess you could say the alternate PlayStation Pro controllers or whatever you want to call it. But the Xbox ones, not so much. The cheap Xbox controllers, people are like, do I buy it? Let me look up a video.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that. Yes, they did. I completely agree. Because I can talk about, we can make an entire Ninja Turtles podcast. That's what we should do one Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Because you know how I have that Turtle Tuesday segments where I do random Tuesdays, put up Ninja Turtle videos. Yeah, we should do one live stream on a Tuesday and call it Turtle Tuesday live stream.
We should
or Ready to Start Turtle Tuesday special edition.
We should do something where we have all of the. I need to adjust my lights. Sorry. We should do something where we could rank get like little icons of all the movies. At least the movies. We don't want to do
the movies and the shows.
You know I'll tell you.
There hasn't been that many shows.
I have one of the seasons of the Saban Ninja Turtle show.
There's only one season, so you got it all.
I like it.
I didn't hate it either. Next Mutation, not gonna lie,
Next Mutation. I thought the costumes were pretty legit. Like everything was good. Like I was cool with the yellow Ninja Turtle female character being introduced.
Venus.
Yeah,
Venus de Milo. Hey, they brought her back in the comics, but now she's a weird Frankenstein thing. I have to catch up on my reading, by the way.
There's a lot. I still have to read the Last Ronin.
I got Last Ronin too, and let me show you. Hold on a second. Let me turn off my camera so you don't see my butt crack.
Yeah, my lights, the keying on this software. That's why you guys see this. little light splotches because I have a blue screen behind me. So what happens is if it's too bright, it'll do that.
So, my a friend of mine, Alex, not oh no, it's Alex, and another one who lives near me, good friend of mine, bought me this epic TMNT book for my birthday. Can you see that? It's the Lost Years.
Last Run in Lost Years. I didn't even know this existed.
But this is a special cover.
Yeah, it's
Lost
a throwback.
Right, to match that. It's one of those 1 in 100 some odd something, and these were hard to get. I didn't look up how much they're going for, and I'm not going to because I don't want to know how much he paid. He's like, it was a little pricey, but I was able to get 2. But I'm like, dude, I'm not going to look it up because when I saw this, I was like, there's no way I'm going to get that. So I just wrote it off. And then when I saw it, I was like, epic. Like, I literally like flipped my shite. Like, because that's so freaking epic.
I love it. That looks fantastic.
Yeah. So she had turtle bobs. Wait, where are we going? Turtle bobs. Who had turtle bobs? I don't know what's going on.
She did have a little bit of a curvy. She was a bit curvy up there. She did have some lovely lady lumps. Venus.
Ooh.
In the Saban show.
Yeah. Oh, turtle bobs.
Yeah. I like that.
That is funny. Yes. She had turtle bobs. Venus. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that. The show wasn't terrible. I have every Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show complete. No, they just released the 2012 at Walmart, and I have to get the 2012, but otherwise I have everything else. I have the 2002 individually, but they also released it again at Walmart with Fast Forward, and I don't have the Fast Forward, so I'm just going to buy the whole set again. And then I'll have everything up to, I think, the first 5 episodes of Rise because it came on a DVD. One DVD I got for $5. Biggest waste of $5 I've ever had. I hate Rise.
I forgot
really
which one.
Rise.
Is Rise the one where they really did obscure designs?
Yes. It felt like Teen Titans Go, and Splinter was a fat thing who just was a gray rat sitting on watching soap operas. And
I didn't mind it because they put a lot of Easter eggs in there, and some of the episodes had really good writing. Like they did did like a Studio Ghibli references all the time, and like they did really cool stuff here and there. I didn't mind it.
It didn't make it. They canceled it because of how bad it did, and there were so many stands for it on like it's like one of those things. If you ever said anything bad, people on Twitter would attack you. Like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, kids, grow up. It was terrible. Deal with it. Mm-hmm. And it was a bad show. That's why it didn't last. The toys didn't sell. They ended up at Five Below, just weeks after they came out. Target and Walmart discontinued them very fast. The same thing's going to happen with Mutant Mayhem. Walk into a Target or Walmart. The shelves are littered with these new turtles. No one's buying them.
I got to check it out.
Try to get the orange. Try to get the throwback, the retro ones, like these. Good luck. They're extremely hard to find.
I have a Donnie that I got for my birthday, a retro throwback that my buddy got me for my birthday. I'm keeping that in the package. Even though I have the original out of the package. I
have a Leonardo with a Donatello package. It's actually right there. I think it's one of those two.
I have,
or it might be hanging on the wall, but it was a misprinted package.
I can't get it out of my container, but I have a special RoboCop Donatello.
Ooh.
Some dude made it in another country or something. It wasn't too pricey. It looks, the whole packaging, the blister, it's a custom blister, plastic blister on there. The packaging, everything. He has even a pizza coupon on it. Dude, it looks like a regular manufactured.
Let's pull back RoboCop for a second. Mm-hmm. Let's address the last thing that I want to address, and then we'll go off into the.
Yeah, we're kind of going off here. We have one more thing we have to go
this
through.
This is actually going to be a short thing, and this is something that was pulled up, and I saw it posted by RGT85 on the Twix or the X or Twixer or whatever we're calling it these days. Twix.
What are we calling it? Twix. I'll call it Twix, which is also a delicious candy bar.
Do you understand why they call it Twix? There's
Twitter
2 reasons. Well, Twitter, X, And you know how Twix has a right side and a left side? There's a right side of Twitter and a left side of Twitter. And that's the explanation that everybody went with. And I'm like, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
I think it's obvious which one's the loud minority that just ruins everything. But that's my opinion.
You ain't wrong. But with that being said, let's bring this up. And I'm pretty sure our chat agrees, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this. Amaranth is collaborating with a beer company to brew a new flavor using her vajayjay yeast.
No way.
Yes.
No way.
Yes. Yes.
Bro, this is not an Onion article?
Your favorite website, Deserto.
Deserto.
Yep.
This can't be real, bro. In
Uh-huh.
all honesty, there's no way that this is sanitary.
It's not. It can't be. You think it's going to be... The FDA wouldn't even approve this. And they approve bugs. You can eat bugs, but not this. That's ridiculous. Freaking ridiculous.
I don't believe this. I need to do more research. And I need to find the supplier. I need to find where I could buy this so I could buy this and do more research and double check and make sure that this is valid.
Well, that's just because you want to drink it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The fact that you're not saying no.
I didn't say yes.
You didn't say no. You didn't outright say no.
I
outright said no.
I don't believe this.
But if it's real, you'll drink it.
Honestly, dude, you would have... I don't know if you could pay me to drink that. I really don't think you could.
I wouldn't. No. No, thank you. So yeah, there you go. That is your beer. I thought you would get a kick out of that, and I honestly just saw this. I don't even know why. I jumped onto X to look up something from my post earlier where I referenced Reasons I'm Broke podcast. I went to check something to see what he had responded with, and then this popped up as RGT85 did. You know, he's usually on the top of my feed just because he posts a lot. He twixes. Twixes? What do we call it now? Posting on Twitter? No, posting on X. I don't know.
I call it X, but then people assume if I call it X, I'm calling it an inappropriate, like it's a bad term, and it needs to still be called Twitter, even though the dude who bought it changed it to X. Like it's X now, man.
It's Twix.
It's gonna take a minute for people to
twixting on Twix. But yeah, when I saw this, I was like, I had to show this to you. I thought it would be flippin' hilarious.
Bro, I'm doing a report on this. I already got the article up. I already got the article up, dude. This is so ridiculous, man.
So there we go. That's the end of it. Now we can go off onto our side quest. You know what? That's what we need. Whenever we start a side quest, we need a graphic with another, like a quick song, and we can go or whatever.
We could.
We do a lot.
That's not a bad idea.
So people, and then once we do it, we can chop it up on the timeline. So people, if they just want to jump to the side quest, because a lot of people love the side quest. I didn't realize it, but it depends. Like if you see the video, it spikes sometimes.
X videos, dude. This is true. He wasn't thinking through. He wasn't thinking that through. He wasn't thinking that through, was he?
Or is he going to call it XTube? Wait, that doesn't sound right.
I don't know, man. He's weird with that stuff.
Yeah, he is. So, are we going to go back to Ninja Turtles? Wait. Oh, I got to again. I got to show you something else. I got for. How big of a He-Man fan are you? Were you ever into it?
When I was a kid, I watched it quite a bit. I have some of the figures. I know one of the figures that I do have. He's got a chest plate, and then when it pressure hits, it flips open and gets tarnished, like scratched. Yeah, I have that. I had the little sword, and I used to scream, "I have the power!" And then there was that 80s movie or early 90s movie that kind of threw me through a loop because I wasn't expecting He-Man to be in modern day streets. So I would watch whatever I had on VHS tape when I was younger.
So you had the original version of this.
Yes, I have that.
I
don't know
have
where the weapons are though.
I have the older version of it. Well, the original. I used to have every figure that ever existed, except for like maybe 2 or 3. Had every castle, everything. Now I have just a handful of figures in a box in my closet. My mom gave away my Eternia. My aunt gave away my Grayskull, my Snake Mountain, because they were at my grandparents' house, and after my grandfather passed, she's like, "Oh, you didn't need these anymore. I just gave them away." And I just finished. Because I kept them over there because I didn't have the space at my house.
Yeah.
But instead of asking, she just got rid of them. There was a reason I never brought them over. I left all my He-Man stuff over there. And then whatever I found that was left, I did bring it back to my house.
My mom kept all my stuff as a kid. All of them. I had a ton of aliens. Ton of alien action figures, dude.
And then my wife got me this. It's a 3D printed, hand painted and sculpted. It's like 3D printed, but the guy, it doesn't even feel like 3D.
The amount of detail, that's really, really impressive.
Like, it's ridiculously amazing.
They probably printed it in a resin. That's why it looks so clean.
Right. It doesn't have the lines or anything like that.
It's a resin. He 3D printed it in a really nice printer off of a resin. And that's how you get, wow, that looks really, really good. And
I love the fact that they put a spine on the back, even though Grayskull never had that. I just think it's like awesome. A perfect addition.
Mm-hmm. That looks great.
It was so sick. And my wife was pissed because it did not come in on time. It didn't come in until like Tuesday or Wednesday.
I wonder what the turnaround time is for that guy when he paints those. I used to sell.
Well, he didn't even start painting it until Monday. And then he shipped it out and I got it by like Wednesday, I think. Yesterday. I think I got it yesterday. And I was like, okay. So I guess it didn't take him too long to paint it. But he was slacking on it basically. Because it was supposed to get here by the 18th.
Dude, I was selling...
And then the 21st and so on and so forth.
I was selling ink ribbons and that I modeled personally. And then Resident Evil keys that I personally modeled on Etsy, dude. I sold tons of them. I was making maybe $100 extra a week. Masters of the Universe. Is that... Ooh. Yeah. That's cool. That's really cool.
Because it's my 40th birthday and Masters of the Universe had a 40th anniversary as well, everything was He-Man themed. Did you see awesome. I sent you the picture of the cake, right?
If you did, I don't remember.
Otherwise, I think I posted. I thought I sent it to you. Maybe not. I'll send it to you afterwards.
That's killer though, dude. That's awesome.
I thought
that's
I
so
sent
much
it
fun.
To you. Oh, the cake is ridiculous. I posted it on Instagram and it's nuts. Like she got 2 cakes. One is a backup just in case the real cake didn't come.
Oh, and gosh, yeah.
This figure was on top of it. On top of the backup cake. But I already had this figure. I have 2 variations of this figure. Not including the original. And the cake is just it's freaking epic. I'll send it to you.
Yeah,
I don't have it on here, otherwise I'd pull it up, but I don't. So yeah, that was pretty epic. So it was a whole He-Man thing. And now within the year I have to look like He-Man. By my 41st birthday, I have to look like He-Man. Yeah, because
I'm halfway there.
It's not gonna happen.
I'm halfway there.
Like He-Man?
I just need to do steroids. I just need to do steroids. The steroids would get me to that next level, bro. You see these people and some of these streamers, like the big ones, and they're all jacked and ripped because they're on steroids, guys. Okay? You cannot look like that without steroids.
There are like I can look like He-Man light if I wanted to, because my dad had that. All the men on my dad's side have the physical. I guess
it's called a mesomorph. It's called a mesomorph.
Right,
it's
to have the body to look like that. Right. Mm-hmm. So do I. And when I start working out regularly, it comes like this. No matter when I did it at 20, 22, 23, and then when I started doing it at 33 and I started doing it at 35, it's still, I just started bulking up pretty quickly, and then as soon as I stopped, it just kind of
Yeah, you gotta.
but I still have the physique for it.
Yeah, you have the
I gotta
physical
do it.
build. It's a desired build. It's like a mesomorph. You tend to have thinner waist, larger shoulders, back. It's a bodybuilder build, like
But
it's
that's the
called a
thing.
mesomorph.
We didn't have, none of us have that thin waist. We have that triangle style, but it doesn't go.
There's in
that
between.
thin,
You can go in
and we're all
between an endomorph
like a
and
brick.
a mesomorph.
Like most of the men in my family look like bricks
Then you have an endomorph body style.
with a larger chest, but
Barreled,
it would be
very
like
barreled. Yeah.
But yet the I wouldn't say the waist is thin, but it's not wide or just straight down. It's weird, but if you saw like younger pictures of my dad and back when I was fit, you would go, "Oh, okay, I get it." So it's not a tight, not the perfect triangle body, but it's close. So as soon as I lose weight, but I also have a problem where the weight also likes to pack around my midsection.
It's where everybody's weight likes to go to. When we're stressed out, that's what our body does, man. Like we can't
So
necessarily control that, unfortunately.
but I'm going to definitely get back in shape because I miss being in shape.
Cardio,
When
man.
I started-
Just run.
When I started, I don't lose weight off of cardio. I lose weight off of lifting. The more I lift, the more I lose weight. Cardio just helps me burn the calories that I had taken in to keep me from gaining weight. Cardio keeps me from gaining. Lifting helps me burn.
I'm struggling with feeling crampy all the time. I'm not getting enough electrolytes. I need to fix something with that.
Try. I know this sounds like I'm pushing it. Drink G Fuel, but not the fizzy stuff in a can. In the tubs, that's going to be very good for you. It's actually a very good supplement.
Well, there's
and
also
then if you're
some,
working out, I use Ghost.
and then there's gosh, I forgot what it is. Where it's an electrolyte. It's like it's weird. Like today when I worked out, like I stretched, I'm achy and stuff like that. But as I'm lifting weights and I get the blood flowing, I'm good. Take potassium, magnesium.
Yeah,
Graham, thank you. That just reminded me. I do have magnesium in my cabinet. I have to check if I have potassium. I might have potassium. I honestly completely forgot that I do have that. I'm gonna double down on that this week.
See,
then
that's another thing is normally we have bananas in the house, and I love bananas, so I never have to worry about being short.
I'd
on
rather
certain-
just have a banana than have to take it in a powder form. But
Well, I do both. So
Yeah.
I'm one of those, and it helps with the natural, I guess, the more natural energy than. And it's funny because I couldn't find my normal G Fuels or anything anywhere when I go to the gas stations, and I started drinking Monster again. Don't, by the way.
they're delicious. But oh man,
And it caused my eye to do the twitching thing,
of course it will.
and it didn't stop. It hadn't stopped, and then I stopped drinking Monster. I haven't had one in like a week and a half, and it's stopping. I think the last one I had was like yesterday.
when I'm bar backing at the bar, my buddy drinks that stuff. He'll be on fire. Be like, "Come on, Nick, speed up." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not jacked off of caffeine and sugar from your Monster. I'll have like 3 ounces of it, which is like 3 shots, 3 or 4 ounces. So 1 ounce is like the size of 1 shot glass. I'll have like 3 or 4 of the ounces of that. That's it. And then even then, I'm pounding water because I feel like kind of gross, but it'll do something. The Monster's delicious, man. It's just so unhealthy for you. I'm
Like I
gonna
said,
go
I
check
switched
my
to G
vitamins
Fuel.
right now. I'm bringing them over.
I switched to G Fuel, and I feel a lot better. So, well, switched back, I should say. And now I had to put some water in the fridge because I'm out of cold water. I'm not one of those people that can drink warm water or room temperature water. Sorry, I don't do that. But okay, we went from Ninja Turtles to He-Man to working out. What else do we talk about? Oh, isn't the chat supposed to, oh, we bored people to death and people are leaving?
That's okay. Milk thistle's good for the liver. I got my krill oil. Probiotic. Oh, I have a ton of magnesium.
I don't know what I have. It's all in the cabinet.
I need to order potassium. I need to get potassium.
Graham wants to discuss Baxter Stockman.
From what edition?
Or just Baxter Stockman in general. I don't even look like that image anymore. So we're going to talk about this guy. This guy right here.
Okay, let's go for
You know, this is the worst representation of Baxter Stockman. It is the least accurate version.
Are you sure? Because
in the comic book, he was black. In the cartoon, they made him a ginger. And then every other version, they brought him back to being comic book accurate.
I forgot, to be honest, what he looked like in my graphic novel, the first graphic novel.
He looked like the same one from he actually looked more like the one from Mutant Mayhem. He actually did. He looked more like that. And if you ever saw the 2012 Baxter Stockman, that was probably the most accurate version of true Baxter Stockman.
Was that from... Shouldn't have changed it from the comics. No, but that's what they do.
And they do that today. So look at April. Look at April. Yeah, and now they made her a fat little turd that vomits everywhere.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. That was disrespectful to the character. At least,
if
they were going to go with the race swap thing, make her pretty. At least make her pretty.
At least make her pretty.
Right, because April's supposed to be pretty. Hey, D-Man, how's it going?
D-Man was popping, dude.
So, yeah, at least she could be pretty and classy. April was always classy. You know what they've been doing on YouTube? You know the original Turtles, the 4 episodes, the Enter the Shredder and the one after it, I think it was? Well, that first 4 for the original Ninja Turtles series back in 88.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So they've had that on loop. And April was still a classy woman. Mm-hmm. She was a little snippy, which I like that. But she's always had that little attitude to her, right? Cool. But she was never ugly. Why did they have to go and make her ugly? Like, she just pure ugly. There you go. And a thing about rats. Baxter Stockman was tricked into making mousers for Shredder. That was the last episode of, I think it was a 4 or 5 episode part. But I watched the whole thing, and yes, that was one of the episodes. Into making mouse for Shredder. The turtles stole his van. Yes, I actually just watched that yesterday. Yep, I remember that. I was watching it yesterday, and my wife comes in, and she just looks, and I'm like, yeah.
In the graphic novel,
today,
he has those mousers, dude, just taking down buildings in New York, dude.
Yeah,
they go under.
Same thing
the
in the 2012. The
Yeah.
2012 and the 2003, those mousers are ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. Those things are awesome.
So Baxter Stockman is actually a cool and very underrated character.
I agree.
And I think my favorite version of him is... my favorite version, I think, is the 2012 version because it's very comic book accurate, but he still has that something to him which makes you hate him but like him at the same time. But believe it or not, most people hate the Bay movies, but Into the Shadows got Bebop, Rocksteady, and Baxter Stockman.
Right?
Out of the Shadows?
I really liked that second movie.
Point.
Yeah, those were the best.
Krang was really good too. Shredder, but
yeah, I don't know what they kind of did with him, but I think in Out of the Shadows that's what held that movie together. The Bebop and Rocksteady and Baxter Stockman. I was like, they stole the scenes.
The best actors for it, even though it was Seamus. I'm like, that's actually really good. And the other guy, I'm not sure who he is, but he was perfect. Like chef's kiss perfect for Bebop. That was the perfect casting, period. I thought that was the best Bebop and Rocksteady. If what's his name wasn't so big of a dude, the Baxter Stockman, because he's not supposed to be so big.
Oh yeah.
He's supposed to be frail and kind of nerdy, but he played him well. Mm-hmm. And I can't hate that movie. I really can't hate that movie.
I liked it.
I don't like the turtle designs. They're too monstrous. They're too big. But I understand why they did it, because they would look itty-bitty fighting Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah, but that's kind of the cool. That's kind of the cool thing about it.
Yeah. I just want a good new live action Turtles. So do I. How is it too much to ask for if Transformers can have a successful
It's more money to
franchise?
make the puppets.
Yeah, and it like Mutant Mayhem only cost I think $72 million to make,
And
so it
those voice
technically
actors
flopped.
were getting paid $10 million a pop to do voice acting too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was up there. A lot of that budget went to paying these voice actors.
The movie is technically a flop in terms of financial, but it costs so little to make compared to a live action movie, it technically broke even. So not a good thing. The toys aren't selling well. The movie technically flopped, but they're betting on the new show. And they're betting on sales for the toys for the new show. But if these toys aren't selling, I don't think it's going to make it through one season.
I'm thinking about the ending, and spoiler alert, the ending is terrible. It completely just, they're just going to go to school. These turtles are just going to apply and go to school now and be normal high school kids. Dude, come on. This completely changes everything for the turtles. For that fart that just came out, they could have probably released a good new movie close to the style of the 90s ones. It'll never happen.
Well, TMNT, which is a spiritual 4 because they referenced 1, 2, and 3, was a very good movie. It just didn't do well because the enemies weren't Shredder and Krang. But you couldn't keep going with it because they mixed the 2003 cartoon with the OG movies. That's why we got the 2007 TMNT. It was a very good movie, just extremely underrated.
I think the pacing dragged a little bit in that movie.
Budget to make a successful franchise. I mean, heck, look how far John Wick has come. Yeah, but John Wick's got Keanu Reeves, and anything with Keanu Reeves is Splinter.
That'd have been great. Well, those John Wick movies cost an unbelievable amount of money because of the choreograph and the insurance. And have you seen the sets on that movie? The first movie, the budget was $13.5. I bet you.
Wait, are we talking about Turtles or John Wick?
Yeah.
Because Turtles in 1990, 13.5 is nothing. Like back then, it's a lot. In today's money, it's nothing. But back then,
$13 million is what it cost to make the 1990 the first TMNT movie.
13 million, right? That I think
it was around 12 or $13 million cost for all.
Yeah,
that.
I think that's what he's referencing. So, are you looking it up now?
I'm looking at John Wick 2014. Estimated budget of $20 million to $30 million. Chapter 2.
Yeah, so he was talking about Turtles.
171 million. Oh, it made 171 million. Estimated budget of 40 million. So these are actually, as far as John Wick is pretty.
There's a reason why they do well. They're the movies that people want.
Yeah. Chapter 3 cost $75 million to make. It grossed $326 million. That's a huge success. It's what people want to watch. It's what they want to see. Give us some action. Don't give your politics in these movies, man.
They don't want agenda-driven. They don't want sexuality. Nobody wants that.
I'll be honest.
Movie where cool stuff happens.
I'll be honest. I don't even want to watch.
Saves the day.
I don't want to watch a girl that weighs 110 pounds beat up a guy that's 220. It's unrealistic and looks stupid. I'm sorry, unless you're Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman movie was awesome. I enjoyed it.
The thing is, it made sense because there was lore backing her up.
Yeah, it made sense.
She is super strength and all that. It made sense.
Yeah,
because
it was great.
They would always underestimate her and then go,
I'm sorry, I'm not going to watch a secret agent movie with Gal Gadot frickin' that weighs a fart in the wind beating up grown men. I does not sell it. I'm sorry. Beautiful woman just doesn't sell me on beating up 200-pound men.
Oh, okay. Still, even with inflation, that's like 32 million. Still not much. Correct. Yeah. Mario movie. It was just a good movie.
Oh, dude,
even
fantastic.
Even though Peach was a little OP.
Yeah, she was, of course.
It was still a very good movie.
It was fantastic. I would rewatch it right after this podcast.
There's only one thing I didn't like about it. One thing. Donkey Kong's voice.
Oh yeah, same.
Seth Rogen. It was like it wasn't Donkey Kong. It was just Seth Rogen.
Mm-hmm.
I was never even a big fan as a leading man. He can't do it. As a side character in like 40-Year-Old Virgin, that's fine.
Yeah. I agree.
But he's only a C-level actor at best. Oh god. Oh god. Ugh.
He's got very, very bad takes on things too.
He's just a crap person altogether. He's not funny. He was the only movie I think that was more recent was the one. Was it called Dictator? The one where they're about Kim Jong. Whatever.
I'll say I enjoyed it. It
wasn't funny because he wasn't.
Are you
the main character.
honeypotting me? Are you honeypotting me?
That was funny.
So
because he wasn't the main character.
No, but it was an enjoyable movie. I liked it.
Oh, shocker! Said no one ever.
Yeah, I mean it's been flopping. It's not.
They said it might get pushed back again, just because they're it looks like they're going to change the name back to Captain Marvel 2, and the Marvels or whatever the ladies are called. I don't know what they're going to be called, but it tested so poorly. They
shot it. They shot it with all.
Oh, it's completely done. Yeah.
Wow, they really
and it's been pushed back like 3 times because of how poorly it tested. It got parts were reshot, and now it's what do you call it's been covering it? Clownfish TV has been covering it like pretty harsh. And I literally stopped watching the videos because I'm done. I'm not going to watch it.
I will not. I will.
MCU has been trash.
I cringed when not at Endgame, but what was the next? What was the last one?
Endgame was the very last one.
Endgame was the very last one. What was the one prior?
Infinity War.
Infinity War. When they had like all the girls like set up in that like action pose.
That was Endgame.
And I'm like, oh no. I'm like in the theater. I'm like, nope, not gonna see that movie. Not gonna see it. It was so freaking cringe. I was like, nah, ain't gonna happen, dude.
All the women were running out, and then they just got wiped by Thanos. That was kind of funny.
Oh, that. So see, Graham knows exactly what I'm talking about. $1 billion movie from Marvel was Spider-Man. A lot of people have said that.
But they're Sony. I don't really count them because they're not done by Marvel. They're done by Sony.
Oh, Sony's been doing the Spider-Man ones, huh? Disney hasn't?
Right. So it's like they're working together, but then like I thought Venom was pretty good, even though it was like an Elseworlds Venom, is what I call it, like a multiverse or whatever. And Venom 2 was pretty all right. I thought what's his name did a great Cletus Cassidy. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. I knew there was an H in there somewhere. I still have to see that one. I will watch it.
And Morbius. Morbius was really good until the end.
Dude, okay.
That end was awful.
He's
controlling the bats like I was like,
oh snap! Shout out to David Messer, dude. Dude, always hit me up with the donos, dude, with the donation. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much.
I can't see it from this side, but that's great. Awesome. Sweet.
There's still something going on with my notifications. I am talking to Twitch right now to get my affiliate back. I'm already reached the affiliate goals, and I'm asking them where is my invitation?
Didn't you decide to not be affiliate?
They took it away? I offboarded a year ago so I can multi-stream and do my own thing. And due to changes in Twitch and their services and stuff, I can go ahead and be affiliated and multi-stream without any repercussions. So subscriptions and donations and everything straight through Twitch, which I still wouldn't want to take donations through Twitch because Twitch takes half your money. Literally, they take 50% of your subscriptions. So when I would get $100 every few months or so, it should have been a couple hundred.
Oof.
Yeah, but the platform's great. The party is always at Twitch with the bits and the subscriptions.
I heard it's best for female streamers. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. I did for a little bit, and it just wasn't my cup of tea. Once I found YouTube, I prefer the platform over here. Well, I did. Now there's a few things where I really.
Uh-oh. Audio problems?
No, I just accidentally pulled on my cord. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Okay. Yeah, because the way my hand's sitting, I didn't realize I pulled on the cord. But
That's why you get wireless.
D-Man saying, Venom just kind of works somehow. I hope Craven can... Nah, Craven's not going to be that good. I saw the preview and it just looks rough. And I was like, oh, this is going to be... Oh, not so good. I'm going to see it. Just because it's the Sony verse, the Sony Marvel verse. So we'll see how that goes. I think they were trying foreshadowing of Phase 4 with that scene. You know what? You're probably right. Because Phase 4 was trash. Guardians, I still haven't seen. It's up on Disney Plus.
The third Guardians is way better than the second one. It was really great.
Yeah, the second one, some people either really liked it or didn't. And I was in the camp of,
The third one's great, dude. The third one's really, really good.
Sony making a separate universe. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 3, but
I thought he was the best one, but that's my opinion.
I like Toby. I'm a Toby guy.
I know he was terrible, but that's okay.
Shut your face.
His
you want to get fired again? You want to get fired again?
You're fired. His memes were great, or that people are making with him on the internet. But I think, have you seen, just kind of change the subject a little bit, have you seen the gameplay footage for Snake Eater?
Of course, I watched the Xbox partner showcase. It's fantastic.
It looks
Unreal
amazing,
Engine 5.
It looks so good. Did I see mud spurring up when he was sneaking
on his face and everything too?
In the pond, or not in the pond, and through the river?
Yeah.
Like you could see dirt. You know how everyone knows, like if you're walking through a river, like dirt plumes up into the water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you know it, but Crab Battle. Are you familiar with Crab Battle from Snake Eater? The Joe Crab Battle? I'll send you the animation later.
No.
He's crawling under a like under like one of the under like a house or something, and there's a crab, and he's like, crab. He starts getting into a battle with a crab. He's like, crab battle. He's going back and forth on the comms, and he dies from a crab.
No, but that sounds like a very Elder Scrolls thing. When you start at the very beginning and then a mud crab and you're like, it's chasing me and I don't have a weapon. You pull up like a knife and it's like bing, and then it goes snap and you're dead.
Technically we could watch it on here, but I don't know if you want to. Dude,
the thing
classic
is,
crab battle.
You got to worry about stuff like that with copyrights. So that's why I don't. Hey, Dave, thank you so much.
It's fairly long. It's 4 minutes. You'll have to watch it.
I appreciate that, Dave. Dave is awesome.
Dave's awesome.
Glad you guys are doing this. Leaving work soon. I'll listen to the rest tomorrow. You know, I'm actually glad that we give you something to do at night while you're at work. And I'm glad it's us you choose to listen to, because there's so many other live streams and podcasts going on Thursday nights. And it's really a blessing that you guys decide to listen to us. We're really happy about that. We couldn't be happier. And you know, one day when we blow up and we have like Geeks and Gamers type audience, you're still going to be like on the top. We're going to make sure you have those. You know, when you do the memberships and stuff, we'll give them like,
you could slow down,
like
chat
grandfather him, and then make sure
not only that,
they're there.
I'll do it for people on my end on Twitch. I make them VIPs. I could do like, they have a special icon next to them. I don't know if
when you have memberships, you can do stuff like that, and we'll do that.
Yeah, you do like membership only, like chatting. That way the chat doesn't run rampant, and you know, you could see everything.
I'm also going to make sure that they'll be grandfathered into whatever we decide to do, but it's going to be a while. I got to get all that done. I think starting in 2024. I'm going to work on the memberships and see how that works and all that other good stuff. And what are you watching? You're watching two streams at the same time.
I think he's watching mine. You're
cheating
yours.
on us.
So there's going to be a delay if that's the case.
Who's Johnny Massacre? Who is this person? What do you call it? Just because of how the scheduling worked. I think Josie's going to join us soon.
Have you talked with her at all? Have you chit-chatted?
I haven't talked to anybody.
Since it was
her. Yeah,
last kind of
I haven't talked to anybody. So when I said I just went poof, I went poof. So I really took a break. I was going to do that podcast the day after my birthday, but you said you can't, and then I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm taking a break.
To do it.
Yeah.
I'm up at 893 public watch hours, but it fluctuates. YouTube likes to change it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was at around 900 last time I checked, and then I looked and I said, "Oh, that's wonderful. They changed the hours that people watched."
What? Wait,
yeah.
What happened?
For watch hours, for YouTube watch hours on my channel.
Right.
I hit like a 900 mark, like 905 or so. And they brought it down to 893, dude.
Well, I told you how that works. That means a year ago on said day, you got like 7 or 8 hours, and they're just cycle out.
Yeah.
They're
cycling out.
Yeah. So it's within 365 day period. So 366 days ago, you had 7 hours, and they cycle out. So
that's wonderful.
As long as you keep streaming, they're going to help. So whenever you can, even do day streams. If you have the time, just do some day streams.
Yeah.
Because right now streaming, what do you call it? They really like streaming.
I'm going to have some extra time next week. So as long as I stay focused, I'll be doing more streams and more content. I am going to talk about
less time until after Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I can't wait till Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday of the year.
Well, I have 3 dentist appointments again between now and the 29th.
Yeah, that's not fun though.
So I have, like I was saying earlier, I have the crown fitting tomorrow. Then I have the crown, and then I have the maintenance again for the periodontist. So, and after having, I have Monday, I had the root canal, and then I have the fitting tomorrow, same week for the crown. Isn't that fun? But then all that'll be done, and I'll only have to go every 3 months. So, and yes, you really should stream on YouTube more, because I'm not on Twitch. I'm almost never on Twitch, but if you're on TubeU,
download Restream. They'll let you use their software for free, but you can only stream on a second platform
unless you pay for it.
And I was paying for it for quite a bit, and it didn't benefit me whatsoever, so I canceled it.
Partner,
so now I'm just on YouTube and Twitch.
For YouTube, once you hit that 1,000 subscriber mark and 4,000 watch hours. But we talked about this a few weeks ago. They are going to, I think after the beginning of the year, they're going to drop the qualifications to like 500 and 2,000 or something like that. Or
it's 3,000 watch hours. I just double checked.
Oh, it's now down to 3,000. So they've already dropped that.
Twitch dropped their affiliate. It used to be average 5 viewers or more. Now it's only 3. Average 3 viewers for a certain amount of time and have like 100 followers or something like that. They made it much easier now to be affiliate.
Twitchy. So they can take more of your money.
Yes, it's highway robbery. Absolute robbery.
I thought YouTube was bad at 25%, but how else are they going to make money? So I do need to figure out other ways. That's why
stop shutting down major journalists accounts.
You know what they also did? They changed it so you no longer see the merch tray on the mobile version. It just says shop right next to the video title underneath instead of actually seeing the merch tray. You only now see the merch tray on PC. So if you're watching it on a PC, so now less people see my my merch. But they did that. So they're like, oh, because more people will now see your little thing, your icon that says shop. I'm like, no, you did that. So it doesn't cut off the advertiser because the first ad underneath is a sponsored ad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they did it.
I love seeing ads. Like if I'll have to check something sometimes on my video off my phone. I love seeing ads on my videos that I'm not getting paid for.
Oh, I remember when they started doing that. I was PO'd. I was PO'd. Yeah, but ridiculous. Now I'm like, hey, watch them all. And they redid the whole ads thing. I don't know if you've seen them now. There's more unskippable than ever. And
Oh
now the
yeah.
timer counts from 2 ads. You're always getting 2 ads. You almost never get 1 ad. So we're not making any more off of it, but they're now showing more ads. So is what it is. As long as I'm making money, I'm happy, and I'm making a little. I'm making more money now than I was at the beginning of the year. So that's
Good.
always good. So, and as soon as we get you monetized, we got to figure out how to get you monetized.
I just need to post more, man. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, YouTube. I was going to. I remember when I hit that. To hit
I
that
don't know.
first 1,000, it took me years.
At the end of the day, man, it's all about networking, man. People
Yep.
need to see my content or your content and say, hey, you know what? We like what you do. Come on here and let's help your platform. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody
Well,
wants to when they get platformed.
I need to just
They only
ask-
want to platform people that they think is going to benefit themselves rather than anything else over like helping the other person genuinely, in my opinion.
I know this is going to be weird. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I don't want to feel like I'm grifting, but I'm going to ask Drunk 3PO if I can be on his podcast with.
Doesn't hurt to ask. All you could
him
say
and
is
Beardo.
maybe we'll try. Who knows?
They do it over there, and I'm like, hey, they'll have anywhere from 100 to 500 people at any given time, and I'm like, it can't hurt.
No, it doesn't hurt.
So
Hey, when you guys have time, can you fit me in? Let me know. Yeah, sure, I'll let you know. Doesn't
because
hurt to
they're
ask.
willing to come over here. He told me to ask Beardo because Beardo would be down as far as he knows, but I got to start watching a little more of his content, and I've been trying to, but yeah. Jay talked about you on the Geeks, and he did. I was actually watching it today, and I did I like turtles like I always do, and I just gave him $2 because if I try to do 199, it won't let me comment. So I'm like, crap, $2.
Oh,
But
that's
some people-
interesting.
Yeah. So. Oh, that is awesome. Just briefly wish you a happy birthday and gave a shout out. Oh, that's awesome. To be honest, I was watching it today and I didn't, I guess I missed that part. Is probably when I had to get up and go do something, but they stream for long periods of time. So, cause I was there early. I did super chat. Like I said, I super chat. I'm going to talk to him again, but I didn't know that him and Jay were not cool or there was some kind of issue, because I mentioned that and he was like, and I was like, what? He's like, don't worry about it. I was like, wait, what happened? So yeah, but I'll talk to him again. I did ask him if I can get on Spawnwave on the Spawncast, but I doubt that'll ever happen. I don't know. They have like their little clique. So
That's fine
It is
too.
what
I
it
get
is.
it.
Yeah.
I get it, because here's the thing too. I understand that there's a lot of people trying to have podcasts, maybe get on one specific podcast or whatnot, not just like Spawnwave, just, get together and network. And the thing is like, I could understand not wanting to have certain people on or someone on not knowing if they're going to take advantage of getting platformed.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they might be hesitant because of the content that they're producing, or they're not producing enough, or if they're, like I said, if they're going to take advantage.
Well, the
So I
thing
can
is,
understand
RGT had been watching me for years. He posted one of my videos from a couple years ago. Elder Scrolls Blades is still on his channel homepage,
That's cool.
and he's commented on a number of my videos, and we've talked on Twitter when it was still Twitter. And I've been in his. The only thing is, I don't really have the time to watch all these streams, and I really try, and it's just, I've been watching more Geeks and Gamer stuff than I have Spawnwave, but just because it's kind of, or I should say Spawncast, because it's funny and I like funny.
Mm-hmm.
So Spawncast is very informative, but I'm like, there are a couple people on there I'm not a fan of. Like, I'm not a fan of Dreamcast guy. I just think he's rather annoying and hates everything. So I don't find him entertaining.
I think I follow him on Twitter. Isn't that his thing though?
I guess, but I'm not into that. I'm like,
What's funny is like there's people that I see RGT stuff show up, which I'm grateful for. Otherwise, it's violence in the streets and political stuff that I don't even follow. I don't even follow these people. I follow
right.
gamers, man. And it's hard for like, I don't know. I try to interact more with the gaming people on there so that I change that algorithm.
Well, D-Man, I know you. D-Man, he's usually on Twitch, you said, right? Because I don't see
He's
too
stopped
much
by
of
on
his
his
stuff.
Twitch.
I don't see too much of his stuff on YouTube. I never get it recommended. Like last time I saw I think it was a short or something like that, or it might have been on Instagram. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go check out his YouTube. And I noticed that. So I'm like, hey, I wouldn't mind having another person to talk to from time to time. So if you want to jump on here, I think we've talked about it before. We wouldn't mind.
I do believe also thinking about guests, I did mention to Jackzilla. He said he'd come back on too.
That's cool. I really liked him. I wish I could talk more about PC stuff, but he's just really down to earth, really cool guy.
Yeah.
There's I don't know. there's this guy on Instagram. He wears a hoodie and he looks like Jackzilla, but with a even bigger beard. And he's always making a jokes about if you want to, I can't say it on here without getting demonetized. He's like, if you want to stick your in her, then you have to, because you have to get.
I think I've ran into that guy before.
I started. It's
Reels.
So funny, and then it's like the outtakes of him trying to like keep a straight face doing it is hilarious. So, but yeah, if next time it pops up, I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, just send it to me.
Yeah. I'm down to join next week if you'd be cool having another guy. Let's look at the schedule to make sure this guy can be here. And then I think that's fine. Yeah. I think that's fine.
More the merrier, man.
But yeah, that sounds cool to me. But as long as his schedule works and my schedule works, because next Thursday, there is a weekend I'm going out of town in November. So I have to check if it's the first weekend or the second weekend. Might be the second. So let me check. And I'll be out of town it's like from Thursday to Monday or Tuesday. I don't know if that's, yeah. I'll check. I'll let you know, definitely. So, ooh. But yeah, that'll be great. I don't mind having guests these days, even though we don't always. It's just fun, and I realize at first we tried to do it with a special guest every time, and it just didn't always work.
And that's okay. That's
right.
Just that's fine. But it's nice to have an active chat like you guys, and then just you and I bouncing ideas back and forth too is fine.
And the thing is, I know it because they said it. They enjoy talking to us, and sometimes they just enjoy, just the two of us going back and forth with them. And I will say, I will miss that when we get bigger, because it's happening. We are getting bigger. My channel's getting bigger.
Yours is growing. Mine is snail's pace. But hey, I'm just thankful.
Over the last few days, the first 3 or 4 days that I didn't post anything, I got almost 50 subscribers. But
That's
the
fantastic.
next 3 days after that, it was like, I'm lucky if I got 15. So it just kind of went because the algorithm.
I'm excited to post this video about Amaranth. I'm gonna tag RGT on this because that's where we found the article. I only gotta pay him respects for that one. Jeez.
Yeah, that's why instead of just going straight to the Dexerto one, I pulled up his, because if he didn't post it, I wouldn't have got a laugh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have showed it to you. So
this is gonna be ridiculous. I haven't even read the article yet. Usually when I do these articles, I'll skim for keywords just so I see where the article's going. And I try to experience and read this stuff together as I'm doing the content, as I'm doing the uploads. Unless it's something that I need to be really, really specific about to make sure that I don't say something incorrect. I try to be just completely neutral going into the article and give my opinion pieces. So,
do you have any other people that you are interested in getting on here that you actually watch on a regular basis? There's a couple of people I've reached out to that are just I would really like to talk to Retro Rick or Retro Bird, but Retro Bird, I guess he doesn't do these kind of things, but Retro Rick's so dang busy.
You know who I would love to have on here, and I don't know. He was one of the first people I subscribed to on this on YouTube. It was LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. This guy is awesome. He's extremely knowledgeable. His he travels around with his like there was here outside of Chicago. There's a special retro something convention. He brings all his stuff that he put together. All of his he'll build old PCs, new stock, and build like older computers, and does these crazy stuff with older.
Didn't he do something
hardware.
with Metal Jesus Rocks not too long ago? Didn't he build like a PC for him or something like that?
Not that I know of, but I mean this dude's. I mean he has over 1 million subscribers.
Someone just recently built a PC for him, and that name just clicked there.
His real name is Clint, but he goes by LGR, and his content is great. It's wholesome. I mean, all around, like a guy that I could just, like you, where I could just sit down and have a beer with him. But for me to think about reaching out to him and him even seeing anything, I don't know. It doesn't hurt, right?
Is it just called LGR?
Yeah,
and it's like the 3 different letters or 3 different colors.
Yeah, it's in green colors. He goes by LGR. You could find his channel on the bottom next to yours as a when you go to people's channels and they have like people they follow or whatever or channels they like. LGR is going to be in that one.
Oh, on yours?
On mine, yeah. He does like these fantastic pieces of like tech history, and he does it really he just does it really well, and he does his homework. And
that is the worst image they could have picked to have as a thumbnail for our podcast on your channel right now. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, my YouTube? I needed to switch the YouTube thumbnail.
Yeah,
and the information.
It's got me scratching my head from like a minute ago, and you just got this look on your face like, yeah.
Let me see, dude. I forgot to switch all that. I forgot to switch out all the information and everything.
I've seen this before, but I haven't watched him. The LGR, yeah, I've seen this. Just because you know why? Those thumbnails just make me go, oof.
I like his thumbnails,
but it's a very early YouTube style of thumbnailing, I guess you could say.
Hey, works for him.
And he has a food channel, LGR Foods.
It's so good. Oh, it's so good. He makes these sandwiches. He hasn't been keeping up with it.
Yeah, last one he did was 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, one day when you're working and having coffee, just the sandwiches he makes, you're like, I gotta go make a sandwich now. Like, it's entertaining.
What sucks is I don't have anything to eat. We had leftovers from the party. Like, we had a lot of leftovers, and it got to the point where they got too old, and we threw them all out yesterday. Even though I was eating food for like 3 days, 4 days.
I hate throwing away food.
And now there's nothing in there for me to eat, and I'm just like, I only ate once today, and now after this, I'm probably gonna go to Taco Bell. That's what I did last night. Yeah, but it's like taco.
And I like the Mexican pizzas, man. I think they're delicious.
Oh, that's what I had last night.
Dude, it's the best.
I love LGR's video on. You know what? If both you guys watch it, I'm gonna sub. I'm gonna sub and watch.
Honestly, dude, you should. His stuff it's very nostalgia filled, and I hope you like the content. There's tons and tons you can go through.
Have you ever got to talk to him in person?
No, I wanted to go to. It was only about 35 or so minutes from where I was at, because I would have to
fire.
It's like in the suburbs of Illinois. It's not Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
He says, oh, I'm here in Chicago. No, you're in the suburbs, but I'm not gonna. He has a whole thing. No, he has a whole thing. He loves Chicago, and he did a whole big video I have to see of him just doing videography and talking about the city and going to certain areas here downtown. I still have to watch that one. But like, yeah, a month ago he was going to be out here. I wanted to go I think he sells like he's got merch and stuff. Like he's all into wood grain. Weird, like it's just funny. And I wanted to go and say hi to him and get there early, but I just couldn't do it because I was working that weekend and I was too. When you work till 3:00 in the morning and you don't go to bed till 5, and you want to go to an event early, I can't function. It was very difficult. So
why?
Oh no!
But I met and I got to speak to one technically over Zoom, a 3 point something, almost 4 million subscriber YouTuber.
Yikes, man! What happened with that?
AVGN.
You spoke with Angry Video Game Nerd?
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that?
I can't talk about it. I can't talk about why.
I got you. All right.
Let's just say he was working with one of the companies that we were working with, and because of me putting the seed, it kind of went along, and then the company was talking, and then I was in the same room where they were having the call, the Zoom call, and I was invited to say hi and everything. And I got to talk to him, and I even told him, like, I made my channel. He was the inspiration for that, and so on and so forth. But that was probably 2019. I want to say it was 2019, maybe 2020, but it was a while ago. But he's really cool. Stop, Graham. Stop,
Graham.
Stop.
It's your money, dude. If you want to buy those toasters, go right ahead, man. If it's gonna make you happy, do it. It's just, I think the 3DO. Then you know what you get. Get yourself a Jaguar too. Buy yourself a Jaguar.
Did you call it a Jaguar?
Jaguar.
Or either I'll go with Jaguar. That's
Jaguar.
Fine. There's no W in there, or WIRE.
Bro, I'm in the Midwest here.
Yeah, you know what? It's so funny that you say that, because there are people that make fun of certain things you say, and I'm like, do they not realize where he is?
Yeah, dude, like, I'm in the Midwest, dude. All right, that's how I talk, unfortunately. Yeah, yes, thanks for reminding me about the Jaguar.
You know what? I'm actually I sold off a lot of my stuff. If I had to, I was doing a Grem. I was pulling a Grem. You'd seen a lot of that in videos and stuff I showed you. And then I decided to get rid of a lot of it and only collect what had nostalgic value to me, because I was just buying just to buy. And I'm like, nah, I'm done. Can't do that anymore. So now if it doesn't have a nostalgic value, I never had one, but I always wanted one.
Bought this off my friend for $40.
How much do you want for it? I'll give you 41.
I gotta open it up. I have the foam inserts in here and everything.
Box opening, retro. Do a retro unboxing video or a segment. They do well. For some reason, those my 3DS ones, my 3DS retro unboxings has some of the
sticker on it. Includes 6 games. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if the game's in here. I don't know if the game's in here.
Then don't open it until do the video. The video.
Oh. Well, I was waiting to have a nice setup.
I used to have one in my when I was living with my mom way back in the day. I had to get a purifier because my allergies are nuts. We had cats, dogs, and my room always stayed locked up or just shut up. And with all the games, it was nuts. And some people buy race cars. My midlife crisis is buying all the gaming stuff I couldn't. You know what? I did that.
And it'll retain value.
I did that a couple of years ago, and then realized I'm at the point where I was just buying stuff just to have it, and I had so much, and I was like, it doesn't mean anything. I don't feel anything. So I got rid of it and bought more Nintendo 64, bought more Super Nintendo, bought more Switch, bought just stuff that I went, oh man, I remember this. Yeah, this game's expensive, but I remember, and that's where I decided to switch my focus. So now I've got Japanese Nintendo 64, I got Super Famicom, I've got a ton of Game Boy. That's the direction I went to, and then I bought a brand new truck. So
Dude, there are some other games here I should probably unbox, like Secret of Mana for SNES. I have that complete in box. Conker's Bad Fur Day, complete in box.
Ooh, I'm glad I was able to mute the mic. That sounded wet.
I already know where you're going with that.
I
I could
farted.
do Zelda.
I just didn't know how loud it would be.
Dude, I have
Or
a lot
what
of stuff here. I wanted to do
tempo?
a nice intro, like a nice video of like showing off my collections of games and figures.
Game
and
room
Legos.
tours are big. That's what got me to my first 1,000. When I moved in, I wasn't at 1,000. I was like 800 something. I did my first game room tour, and then I did a couple of collection videos. Boom, hit 1,000.
How long
I did
was
a couple of other ones, and then boom, I got monetized.
How long was your game room
20
tour
minutes.
video? 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Because at the end, it was less. And at the end, I decided to talk a little about it. And then I decided to talk about certain games in the collection as I went. Because I realized when I think I did an initial filming, and I was like, okay, it's only like 11 minutes. And I decided to talk more about stuff that meant something to me as I went through. And I was like, oh, this game. And I actually didn't do a game room tour this year. And I think Cody was the one, he's like, where's the game room tour? Where's the game room? Same thing with John. But I'm going to do one at the beginning of 2024 now that I've got the game room close to where I want it. But one thing you're going to notice, there's some systems that I no longer have. And then I moved them from the game room and I moved them into another part of the house. Like all my PS5, I don't have PS5 anymore. I gave them all to my wife to put with her collection. So I don't have any more PlayStation 5. PlayStation 4, I'm going to do the same thing, and they're going to go with her collection just because I need more room for Nintendo stuff.
I myself, I do enjoy a good game room tour video.
I
I've
like
watched
to
plenty.
get inspired while I was setting up mine. I watch others to get inspiration.
I should do that. I should do some reconnaissance.
Reconnaissance, I like that.
Yeah, I love that word. Reconnaissance.
Oh, whoops. I tore my game room. You know what? I don't believe you have a game room, Graham. Pictures or it doesn't exist. Because he says, yeah, I just bought this. Pictures or it didn't have
I
it.
want to see a Sega Saturn with Legend of Dragoon. If I were to buy another retro console,
I have a Saturn. I think I'm going to sell my Saturn.
What do you want for it?
Well, I have the Saturn that comes with the 3 games. And that's going for around $350, $400, I think.
I should
now.
have, dude. I saw someone selling one on Let Go or one of those apps for $50, and I never followed through to pick it up.
Ooh,
that was like 4 years.
What
ago,
do you call it? I just got. I'm going to do a video on this week because Time Extension just did a video. Apparently, I've been talking about that Polymega, and I just kind of stopped talking about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they went radio silence back in July after the whole acquisition or merger with Atari and blah, 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 blah. So people have been apparently reaching out to Time Extension. And you know what? Let me just pull up the article. Let's see if I can find it. No. Oh, she's about to take me out of the, what do you call it? So what happened was they reached out. Here we go. I'm just going to pull it up. Do you mind if I pull this up?
Pull it up.
All right. Share Time Extension. This is a retro gaming site. It's in the family of Nintendo Life and Pure Xbox and whatnot.
Oh, okay, nice.
So, all outstanding Polymega pre-orders will ship this year, says PlayMagi. We are on track. That was the same thing they said back in July. But, I was like, are they just reiterating the same thing? But it says, we got a lot of emails from concerned customers who still have no idea when their Polymega system is likely to arrive. And upon contacting PlayMagi for a statement, we have been told. So they actually heard back from PlayMagi, which is the parent company of Polymega. So if that is the case, and there are people saying, I'm not holding my breath. Imagine pre-ordering a console and then having to wait half a decade or more to get the thing, which
for real,
originally 2018. Meanwhile, my Polymega and I was fortunate to get last year bricked. Ooh. Yeah, okay, yeah, people are now talking about, when I read it earlier today, there was only 2 comments, but
It sounded like too good to be true when I first heard about it.
It did sound too good to be true, so I kind of held off on it, and it was kind of expensive. But with that being said, now this seems like legit, because Time Extension is a legit website from a legit brand. Like I said, they do Nintendo Life, Pure Xbox, Push Square, and then this one. So I was like, okay, if they got back to them, but they're not responding to any customers, that is a problem. You need to be responding to your customers, because there's a lot of people that are saying, oh, I just want my money back, and they're ignoring them. And people were talking on Twix about a class action lawsuit. And I was like, hey, my wife ordered this for me in August of 2022 for my birthday of that year. And now it's been, what, a year and 3 months? And nothing.
This sounds like
it's $750. Yeah.
Dude. This reminds me of a game I put money into, a Kickstarter called Hazelnut Bastille.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I put money into this Kickstarter, and I spent an extra at the time, an extra $40 to get a physical copy, and my name will be in it as a dono.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I donated to this thing in like 2000. I think it was pre-COVID, bro, or just when COVID happened. I donated to this, and they give updates every 3 to 6 months. But I'm like, yo, guys, what are you doing? Wrap it up.
What kind of game is it?
Like it's like a Zelda Link to the Past style looking game. And
so, there are games that went into development and finished and released that are just like that in less time, i.e. Tunic.
I love that game. It's so good.
I bought it recently because I was at my local game store.
Tunic is so good, dude. I haven't beaten it yet.
This was like right before my birthday, maybe a few weeks. And I was like, I still haven't bought that yet. And my wife's like, then get it. I'm like, but I'm buying it. She's like, shut up, get it. Can I get that?
Dude, it's so good.
I ended up buying like 4 or 5 games that day.
I just beat like the forest monster. He was tough, dude. The forest boss was tough. It's a gorgeous game. It's fun. I play it off of my Steam Deck on my TV with my PlayStation 5 controller. I put all the I have like a readout of like frame rate and heat and battery life and all that shit. I love it.
Wow. Grim says, I did the same with Crazy Justice in 2017 when there was no first-person shooters for Switch, and it all went up the dev's nose.
Of course, we know where that money went.
Me and a lot of other supporters bought it, and they ghosted everyone. Wow. I heard that's been ridiculous. Since 2016, there's been so many reports of that happening. I heard, what do you call it? Indie, what's the company?
Dude.
Not Indiegogo. What's the other one?
Kickstarter. I'm looking at
Kickstarter. They put in things like to stop that from happening, but I don't know.
Okay, so this game has 4,000. The Hazelnut Bastille. It has pledged $177,713. I started the Kickstarter or donated in 2018.
Wow,
bro, 2018, dog.
That's half a decade ago.
Yeah, there's 4,828 backers. I wish they could get the game done.
What system?
This is I paid for a physical for Switch and a digital.
By the time it comes out, Switch 2 will be out. Or Super Nintendo
like ARPG crafted 16-bit character action adventure style gameplay is coming to Windows, Mac, Linux, and Nintendo Switch platforms with PS4 to follow soon after. Okay, so that I'm not ripping on these guys, but come on, dude.
PS4 is almost out of production.
Wait a minute. Update for more information. My information about Dawthorn, the new 8-bit styled game from the trailer, which is granted free to all backers, $5. So they were working on another game after this.
Just finish the first one,
dude. Listen, it looks great. I'm looking at it. Like,
you want to share it?
No.
Okay. You're like, no.
It just, I'm done. I gotta head out. I gotta head out.
Oh, well, it's only been 2 hours and 4 minutes. Yeah. This is not the longest podcast we've ever done. That's a shame. That is a shame, and I'm blaming it on you. We could have gone a lot longer. And you know what? The Taco Bell doesn't close until, I think, 2 a.m. You know, we don't have 24-hour Taco Bells around here. I'm pretty pissed about that. There's only one restaurant that's McDonald's.
Here. I have a White Castle down the street that's pretty legit. That's open 24/7. The pizza place that I
look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Graham always coming through. Now Graham has to give money. Graham's like, you know what? This is how I end it. Tip you for. He's like, here, I'll give you just the tip for entertaining me. I'm like, okay, I'll entertain you some more. Eh? Oh, whoa! I just realized where I went with that joke. Hey. So, where were we going? What were we talking? Oh, since COVID, nothing stays open 24 hours. I miss 24-hour Walmarts. I miss 24-hour Taco Bells.
I miss the fact
I miss bars staying open till 4 a.m.
Oh, I don't need to worry about that over here, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I literally have one, not even 5 minutes down the street.
Everything, the only thing that stays open late is 2 a.m. or 1 a.m., and that's Ale House. But otherwise, back in South Florida, I had an Irish pub that stayed open till 4 a.m., but no, that was back in the day. But I don't drink it. I'm not drinking anymore. So, yeah, I don't care as long as I can get me a Taco Bell. So, yeah, Graham just paid for my Taco Bell. No, that's going into my, my what do you call it fund? My Fixing My Virtual Boy fund. I still got David.
David bought me my breakfast coffee tomorrow, so I appreciate. How
much do you spend on coffee? Oh, Starbucks.
No, I go to Dunkin' Donuts if I don't have anything here to brew up. I get myself a large. It's like $3 and $3.20. And if I get a donut, you know.
Before we call it a night, I'm going to ask you, what is your favorite coffee to have at home by yourself? What?
Taco Fun. This guy. I just saw it pop up. ATV, what's happening, man? Thanks for stopping by. Haven't seen ATV in here in a minute.
Yeah, it's been a little while. And he said,
Taco Fun.
Oh, nice. I will not be in Miami for a few more weeks, but I'm going to be down there. And yes, Graham, I will go get myself tacos. And how many tacos do you want me to get? $20? Oh, dude, no.
$10 over at White Castle over here. Get you like a 10 burger sack with some fries and stuff.
See, we have a Crystal down here. Like in South Florida, there was one White Castle. I don't know if it's still there, but there's a Crystal burger, one in Kissimmee, and then there's one that's not too far from here, but it's in a really shoddy neighborhood, so I don't go over there unless it's like daylight.
ATV, I work night shift. That's understandable.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So, it's like, what do you do night shift at Miami? No, there's so many things in Miami at late night where people work. I used to work in, I worked in Miami. Oh, in Kendall. I know Kendall very, very well. I graduated from down in that area. Just saying, I spent a lot of time down in Kendall. So, yeah, I know the area. Yeah, wow, small world. Small world. Because Nick knows about small meats.
I have to pack them.
Do you even notice when you're packing the smaller ones?
I go off and like, there's so many. I pack hundreds of them, dude. So like, I go off and I just like get in my mind and my body goes in autopilot. A water treatment plant. That makes a lot of sense.
I know where that place. I know where the water treatment is. I know where that is. Oh, that's wow, small world. I used to go to, there was a Walmart out there that I would go to at like 2 in the morning and buy magic cards
Nice.
and Power Ranger figures. Braddock, Holmes Braddock. Holmes Braddock. I knew a few people that went there. I knew people who went to Killian and what was the other one? That started with a P. Forget what it was. It's a little further south, closer to Dadeland. Brain farting. But whatever. Yeah. Nothing beats an AM trips to stores for dumb stuff. Yes. Especially
totally
after you've been like back in the day when I was younger. I would work. I worked at Best Buy, and then afterwards we'd go to the bar, drink, and then after that, because Walmart would still be open, we'd go to Walmart for no apparent reason, and I'd end up leaving with like 3 to 5 packs of Magic cards for no reason. Sometimes Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe a Pokemon here and there, maybe a Power Ranger figure, and I was well into my 30s at that time. I was at least 31, 32, and I'm like, yeah, I did in my late 20s, but normally in my, I think I did that more in my early 30s, but because that Walmart didn't open until I turned 30, 31, something like that. So yeah, I'm a weirdo, and I miss those days, but I don't. You know why? Because my life is a million times better these days.
I laid back off on the action figure collecting and stuff like that.
Dude, but you've got some nice displays, bro.
Yeah, these
when
things look really
when you
good.
showed me that one where the shelf broke, that hurt my heart.
I got them out. I fixed it.
Okay.
I got them out unscathed.
I want to see what it looks like.
I got it out unscathed.
Did you fix it?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
I'll take a picture of it and send it to you after this is over.
Okay. My wife hates Legos because they give her like goosebumps. So, and I don't have the patience, but if I did, there's so many cool Lego sets, and I kind of live vicariously through you every time you buy a new one. And I'm like, ooh. And when you put it together, I'm like, whoa, oh, let me see. Let me see. Did you get the Back to the Future one?
Oh yeah, I need to put it together. The DeLorean's sitting right there, and I need to start putting together the Batwing, dude.
You got the Batwing?
Hell yeah, I got the Batwing. Comes with a wall mount too. It's huge.
Now, how do those things stay together?
Just snap it, man.
Now, I get that, but I used to build things and they wouldn't stay together if you're hanging it on the wall.
They got them. They've got it better now. My Batmobile is a little frail though. I'm not gonna lie, and so is the question mark Mario cube that flips open into Mario Worlds. That's a little flimsy too.
What about don't you have the Ecto one?
I have the Ecto one. It's built.
Yeah.
I have 2 Ecto ones. I have a big one and a small one. Yeah, dude. I have the Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus smashing the frickin' Jeeps.
I actually want there's this nice statue that they have at Islands of Adventure in the Jurassic Park ride of the T-Rex stepping on the Jeep.
That's the one I have.
Oh, I want that, but this is a statue that's like,
oh no. This is just
a
the
foot
Lego.
and a half tall, and it's like $1,200, maybe like 13. There was one day we went there and my wife's like, this was for my birthday a couple years back. Do you want it? I was like, no, don't do that to me.
It's an
Because we had
actual
just
like
gotten
model. It's like a collection. It's like a collector's.
Yeah, it's a statue. And the thing is, you also get the discounts, the annual pass discounts on them.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have got it for less than $1,000. And I was like, ooh, and I was like, we don't have space for it. And we were on a statue buying frenzy at that time.
Oh, let me see here. I'm looking this up.
Lego figs at conventions that are custom.
Is it by
they
Iron
actually had a
Studios?
stand.
Is
They
it by
had a
Iron
stand at
Studios?
MegaCon. For what?
I
don't know the company. I just know I saw it at Universal. It was big.
Jeez. Wow, it's a whole diorama and everything, dude.
Yep. Yeah, and you could see the fence, the wired fence behind it.
Yeah.
But it was like it was torn.
2,399 this website.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. Yeah, that sounds more like it. It was about closer to 2,000. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds more like it.
Unbelievable.
Graham says, I've started to collect action figures and other toys recently, mostly Star Trek and Star Wars for now. Haven't gotten into statues, etc. Mainly stuff I couldn't have when I was a kid. I've done a lot of that, buying the stuff that I couldn't have when I was a kid. Now they've put out all the new Ninja Turtles and Masters Universe, the old school ones. If there's something I'm missing or whatever they put out, I'm buying. Like, I have all the Origins figures that I can find in stores, all of these Turtles ones, even though the Turtles I had like almost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had more Motu than I had Turtles, but I still have all my Turtles. And I'm buying these. Like, for example, I have Ray Fillet and Wingnut right there. I never had a Ray Fillet. This was one of the figures I never had. So when I bought it, I was like, okay. Same thing with, I have Wingnut on the wall, but I do have Genghis Khan. I don't think I ever had the Leatherhead, and I bought the Leatherhead. The only thing is the Bebop and Rocksteady are painted terribly. Freaking terribly. So I still have my originals. I'm like, I'm not even bothering. So, but yeah, I'm super nerd. What's he saying? D-Man says, a little off topic, but did you guys hear about Nintendo changing rules entirely for Smash Bros. Tournaments? I read about it, but I didn't get into it. So, I didn't get into it.
I tried to get into Smash Brothers Ultimate for the Switch, and I tried really hard, and I'd rather invest my time in Street Fighter. It's just not for me.
Now, in KB, I didn't go to KB as much. I went to Toys R Us because we had a Toys R Us. There was one in Pembroke Pines and there was one in North Miami. In North Miami near 163rd Street. And depending on where I was with my grandfather, those are the two we'd go to. And I remember the aisles just being for miles and miles. Oh, and there was one in near County Line that was near my grandparents' house way back in the day. And that's the one I would go to. And I remember it looked like it was miles of Masters of the Universe figures, miles of Ninja Turtles, even though they weren't. You were just tiny. Mm-hmm. So everything looked huge. And yeah, I used to get them all the time. And at $2.50, $3.50, you know, back then that seemed like a lot. But now there's a store called Acme. And I don't know if you've ever watched Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. What do you call it? Matt Cardona's thing. But he goes to a store here in Central Florida called Acme Superstore. And they have cabinets full of retro figures.
Nice.
Where you name it, whatever you're looking for, they've got it. And there's a bunch of Ninja Turtle stuff that I had when I was a kid that I still have. A few that I'm missing. And I'm thinking about buying a few, even though I don't really need them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Oh, I miss going to Toys R Us.
Me too.
But they're technically coming back. They're opening up in like Macy's or not Macy's. One of these stores, I forget what it is, but they're reopening and we might see them come back in malls and stuff, more like a KB style. I doubt we're ever going to see them as a big box again. But it's already 2 hours and 17. It's 11:18. We've gone over longer. Thank you everybody for joining us and being here and blah 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 yakety schmackety with us for
appreciate
so long.
You guys, yeah.
We appreciate. Oh, okay, there you go. It is Macy's. Thank you, Graham. Yeah, it is Macy's. I thought Macy's was going under, but hey, whatever. Is what it is. But again, thank you guys so much for watching us. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Do I have to do that for this? Yeah, because people watch it afterwards. And make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to his channel.
Hey, why not? Check it out.
Subscribe here. You've probably already subscribed. And buy some merch. I really want to see people buy some merch. You know they moved the stuff around on my merch tray underneath the videos now. It's not the podcast shirt first. It's now like the hoodie. But I got to order some shirts because I need one and this guy needs one. I got to send you those what do you call it things, by the way. The Splatoon things.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I went to Epcot, I didn't see.
Well, I wanted to get one of those plushies too. I wanted to get.
Yeah, I got to check because last time I went, I didn't see it. So I don't know if they move it, but they constantly move stuff in there. So I'll double check again.
That'd be a fun unboxing video too.
So thank you guys so much. Again, we keep going off on side quests. We got to stop doing that. Like we go off on side quests from our initial side quest from another side quest.
Yeah, we do. It's the ADD in me.
Is it the only D in you?
Yes.
Good night, everybody. No. But thank you guys so much once again. We greatly, greatly appreciate all y'all. Graham, Dave, D-Man, everybody who shows up. Cody, John, everybody. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. So you know what this means. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. And he still doesn't have his own catchphrase.
That's some news, guys.
Yeah, but what about on ones that aren't news videos?
That's still
like
some
your
news.
unboxing.
That's some news.
That's some unboxing.
You got it.
Be legendary. Thanks again.